Hi, my name is Crystal, and I'm the Deslob student. So today I am just going to make my son's bed. He just got it today. A friend of mine was getting rid of it, and rather than donating it, she gave it to me. I had this extra box spring from back in the day when I had this as my bed before the day bed came into play. So this extra box spring had no purpose, but now it has a purpose, and now it's going to sit on top of this little bed and make my 13-year-old son feel right at home. I'm going to make his bed with his new bedding. This will be my daughter's bed. Maybe I'll make her bed also. And I don't know, I'm just trying to get all my ducks in a row at my new place. Maybe I'll give you a tour of my new place. This is their room. I got a 2-bedroom apartment, and my 12-year-old daughter and my 13-year-old son are sharing this room. There is a walk-in closet. I let them have the bedroom with the walk-in closet. This air mattress is in the way. And my son has decorated the walk-in closet with his stuff so that he can have his privacy to get dressed or to be alone or whatnot. So that was their arrangement that they made. We're just making do. We'll figure it out. But anyways, let's get going.
When parents get on well together, their children do better. But we know it can be hard for couples to keep their relationships happy and healthy. Around 1 in 5 married or cohabiting couples are in relationships classified as distressed. That means they argue a lot, regularly consider separating, or regret being in their relationship. Conflict between parents can be easily triggered, often by common things that upset normal daily life. This can be problems with money, or at work, or because of ill health. And around half of all couples say their relationships become strained after the arrival of a new baby. But it can be easy to forget that when relationships are strained, it is children who suffer the most. Children exposed to frequent conflict are at greater risk of depression and anxiety, and are more prone to problems with their physical health. They're also more likely to develop behaviour problems and to do worse at school. And this can have a knock-on effect later in life on an adult's relationships, employment, and their psychological well-being.
Should I stay for my kids? This is a question we get all the time, seriously. Chris wrote, and I'm so happy you did, Chris, because this gives me a chance to hit head on a question that so many people struggle with. He writes, my marriage is over and has been for many years, but I can't bring myself to do anything about it. Our kids are still in school, and I feel they would be devastated if we divorced. But in the meantime, I'm miserable. We're not modeling any kind of healthy bond, help. How do I know what the right choice is? Look, if you've already gone to therapy, if you've tried to work this out, and you can say out loud or write to a stranger like me, my marriage is over and has been for years, but I can't bring myself to do anything about it, you know the answer, and it's time to be an adult about it. And I hate it when adults use their kids as the reason for why they can't have this difficult conversation, because that's what you're actually talking about.
Garden tripod. Can you see that okay? Okay. I brought this table in. What do you think of my pajamas? Okay. Let me get a towel.
Instead of making your kids the reason why you stay in something that makes you miserable and is unhealthy for everybody, why don't you make your kids the reason why you leave? It's going to take courage to leave. It's going to take a maturity about fighting for your happiness. It's going to take emotional resilience. It's going to take a level of self-awareness to be able to conduct yourself through the change in a way that is empowering and positive and supportive.
My daughter wanted the table by the window. So when she gets here, she's going to love that I got the table for her by the window. These came from my storage shed. Do you remember seeing any of the storage shed videos with me and my kids? It's just really dusty. That storage shed got really dusty. I guess it wasn't as airtight as I thought it was. All right, let's go see if we can find a chair. You like my pajamas? Did I already say that? I got pajamas on. I think I'm scratching up my floors. I said I was gonna get a chair, didn't I? Well, instead of a chair, I got another table.
If you didn't say you hated your spouse, you said you were just miserable together. What I want you to think about is how you end this in a way, and you do it so it is a powerful example for your kids. Do it for your kids, and don't stay in this because of them.
My knee is starting to hurt, but it's doing pretty good. Did I tell you I got a second job? I start tomorrow. I'm gonna be working 3 hours tomorrow on my feet. It's the first time I've been working on my feet in almost a year. Yeah.
You know, I've never had to have this conversation with my kids, but I've talked to a ton of friends and family members who have had to have that horrendous conversation where you sit the kids down, who, by the way, know it's coming. They know.
So, I'm gonna get two chairs if I can find out what I did with them. Right back.
And, you know, we underestimate what your kids actually know is going on. They pick up on the fact that you don't like each other. They pick up on the fact that you're not emotionally connected. Yeah, you're gonna sit them down. Yes, it's gonna be the worst day of your life. Yes, it's gonna be traumatic. Yes, it's gonna be sad as hell. But it is an event, and it will not scar your kids for life. But what will scar your kids for life, and this is based on research, it's based on what most therapists say, what scars your kids for life is living a sad and traumatic existence in a household with two parents who can't stand each other.
Found one chair. I know I have two of these. Super dusty. Everything is dusty.
That level of tension, whether there's arguing or just as bad, disengagement and disinterest. Disengagement and disinterest between you and your spouse can trigger fears of abandonment in your kids that last into their adulthood. So if you really care about your kids, and I mean this because I know that you've been thinking that the right thing to do is to stay together, but if you really care about your kids and you've gone to therapy and you've done everything that you can to make this work, and the honest answer is you're miserable and you're not modeling positive behavior.
Found it. Okay. Now they each have their beds. They each have their tables. This is coming together. I'm gonna put you right up here.
It's time to be an adult, and it's time to have the tough conversation, and it's time to end this powerfully and figure out how to be co-parents in a different relationship moving forward. And it's time to do it for your kids, because they need to see what it looks like to have their parents be happy, to have their parents solve problems, and to survive something like this that is scary.
go. You see me okay? How's that? Okay. So can you see this area? This dresser is going to go right here. And all these boxes are going to go.
I know when you tell the truth, and I know when you speak from your heart, and I know when you're deliberate about how you handle this, that you will do it in a way that makes you and your kids better in the long run.
From the looks of the living room, you can't tell that I've done anything except make a bigger mess. But at least this bedroom will be finished.
When they are fighting, it's like, don't get in their way. That's something I've learned. Don't get in their way. At my dad's house, I take a bath. And at my mom's house, I take a shower. It's not like what you think, really. We're still a family, but you don't live in the same house anymore. That's all.
All right, so I want to say thank you to my friend Carrie. Oh, I'm not even done. Hold on. So I guess they wanted something different for their rooms. So Matthew's going to have this side. Brooklyn's going to have this side. I actually think this works out better because then that way you guys can put a curtain right down the middle from the ceiling.
Yeah, because earlier I got up from bed and I hit my foot on his bed thing right here, and then a bunch of skin came off my foot, and now I have to wear a Band-Aid, and it's very painful.
Ouch, yeah.
Yeah.
That way you just have space now.
I like my normal.
You're going to paint this on there?
Yeah. But it's not that good.
Cool, I like it.
Erase my problems away.
You use your pineapple eraser. I bought that from the Dollar Tree. Are you doing a dance?
Matt, can you find somewhere to put your art things? Because I want to start drawing right now.
Okay.